Whoa, that came out perfect.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. Another incantation ruined.
This one's mine. You think that shield will save you? Fire support!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops! This one's
Too
mine.
strong! Be my guest!
Shield activate!
Sword Rain Alpha! Sword Rain Alpha! Leave the ensnaring to me. I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Resonate with the earth!
On your knees!
Looks like we got them all.
Stand back. I'll trip it up. Pierce through. One more. Rising Wyvern. Rending you apart. Stunner. Sword Rain Alpha. Eternal devastation.
Igneous discharge! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolitor!
I'll face you.
Radiant Blast!
Sword Rain Alpha. I'll crush you with a
Switch off!
Sword Rain Alpha.
Denied!
Burning Strike!
Glacial Spear!
Eternal devastation.
Freeze Lancer!
Sword Rain Alpha. Reflect on thy sins. They smite with black.
Look sharp!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
A barrier. That may indicate Almadria is near. and we've got to find a way to get through somehow.
Let's see if we can find something that'll release it.
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? Ugh, my head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
You've got spirit!
I owe you one for that. I'm the true gunslinger right here.
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'm gone.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
And thus our strength yet grows. Coming through!
Dragon Swarm!
So much for talking it out.
Flying free! Why can't they just
The
sit
enemy
still?
rules our too.
We'll soon see about that!
Sword Rain Alpha! Eternal Dark!
It's almost too strong!
Split it open! Be my guest! Sword Rain Alpha! On your knees! Dragon Swarm!
Tiger Blade!
Here I go! One more!
This one's mine.
Sword Rain Alpha! Eternal Dark!
Do it! Tiger Blade!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
I'm practically unstoppable.
What's this thing?
Let's see what you've got.
Bring her down! I owe you one.
Tiger Blade! I can read your moves like a book.
Eternal
Tiger
devastation!
Blade! Mega Ray! Going in!
They smite with blackened blade!
Mega Ray!
They're not finished!
Oh, two
Sword Ring Alpha!
Here, let me help.
Searing flame! Do it! That's my cue. This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I need to be stronger.
Gotta break through! Sword Rain Alpha!
Glacial Fire!
Eternal devastation! Dragon Swarm! I won't show you any mercy! Sword Rain Alpha!
Mine!
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it
Sword
out.
Rain Alpha! Eternal devastation! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
On your knees.
Radiant light!
Dragon Swarm!
Mega Ray!
Next!
Resonate with the
Piercing Roll!
Sword Rain Alpha! Eternal devastation! Sword Rain Alpha!
I'm ready! Ringwell!
Frozen!
Hammer! Nicely done.
Get lost!
me the strength.
Ignite!
Tell me, have you ever considered your purpose in life?
Dragon Swarm!
Crescent
Sword
Moon!
Rain Alpha!
Reload!
Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha!
I'm ready!
Get out of the way! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
And pummeling to me! This one's mine!
Mega Ray!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Mega Ray!
Eternal devastation!
Smite with black
Demon Fang!
Crescent Moon!
Glacial
You're on!
Spear! Pierce evil!
Rising Falcon!
Lancer!
Switch target!
bloody howl.
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa! Against my full power, you didn't stand a chance.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Gotta break through!
Me the strength.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Annihilation!
Try harder! Sword Rain Alpha!
Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
This one's mine!
They
Glacial Fire! Tiger Blade!
I'm ready! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Everyone hanging in there?
pose as a trap.
Eat this! I owe you one. Sword Rain Alpha! I'm going in! The rebels! Stop them!
In a bind?
Crush!
This one's mine. Confiscated. There.
Make it real!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Benediction light.
Searing flame.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Mega ray. Weapons going in.
You picked the wrong fight!
Blade!
Searing flame.
Dragon Swarm!
Flaming meteor!
Sword Rain Alpha!
By the power of water. Piercing flame.
Time to shine!
Armor won't save you, deity! Eagle ray!
Sword Rain Alpha! Sword Rain Alpha!
Going in!
Begin!
Dragon
Take this! Not so fast!
Cut line.
Elusive deity! Eagle ray!
Going in.
Everlasting Negative
Far
gate!
enough!
Mega ray.
Resonate with the earth!
Make it red!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
We managed to pull through.
And out
Shield from calamity.
Flare. They really don't give up, do they?
piercing
Here's a healing art.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Will this help?
piercing roller!
Searing flame. Reload.
One more!
By the power of flame. Radiant pierce.
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolitor!
I'll
Resonate
fix
with
you
the
up.
earth!
Grounded. Here, let me help. I'm gone. First aid. Art shield. Pierce. I'm out. What?
Eat
This
this!
one.
Hitting pile driver!
Going in.
Take this!
Take this. Not in your dreams.
Leave the charge up to me!
Seismic Rupture!
Mega
Elusive deity!
Take this.
Hitting pile driver! Benediction light.
Radiant flare.
Now you see what I can do!
Here, let the marksman handle this.
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara. I'm on it.
Now you've gone and kicked ticked me off!
This one's all mine! Burn in hell!
Can you take it?
Look sharp!
Lunar Rondo!
Flaming meteor! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Here's a healing arc. First aid.
This one's mine!
Gemini
This
Aqua.
one's mine!
Radiant, here. Here, let me help.
Flaming meteor!
Try harder!
On guard! Appreciate the help!
I've taken too much damage.
Ah!
Can't be happening.
Could we make it in time?
Lunar Rondo!
I'm ready!
Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul!
Far enough!
In a bind?
An outstanding shield and mate!
Not on my watch.
Try harder!
Radiant,
Now you've gone and ticked me off!
Sword Rain Alpha! Ignite!
radiant, here.
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning.
Eternal Devastation!
Can you take it?
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'm ready!
Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I felt better, that's for sure.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking. The way this key's been placed, it's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
What's wrong, sweetie? Is something scaring you?
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that. What could it be?
Is this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. For all we know, there could be something hiding around here.
Gotta break through! You got
Here I go. One
Sword
more.
rain out!
Take flight.
Take down their defenses! Dragon Form!
Here's the eagle. Primed and ready.
Be my guest!
Negative gate.
Sword rain alpha!
Resonate with the earth.
Do it all. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Bathed in blood.
That's my cue.
Shut him down!
Here's a healing heart. First aid.
Sword rain alpha! Sword rain alpha!
Blood. Rending
Another
your
one.
We're not finished!
Make it rain.
Looks like we won. What's this thing?
Seriously? Is this a joke?
That may prove a thorn in our side.
I see one, eh?
I can only rely on you.
Sword rain alpha! Sword rain alpha! Devastation!
Freeze Lancer.
Sword rain support!
Shield.
Down! You're off!
Into the dragon form. Lightning rod. Here's the eagle.
Look sharp! I'm ready!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
A comfortable win.
Looks like some solid equipment.
Ignite!
Piercy, where are you going? This one's mine. Those flying creatures are a real pain in the butt.
Take this! Exploit the enemy's weakness. Look sharp! Resonate with the earth! The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that.
Bloody howling!
Try harder!
You made me angry. That was a bad idea.
Resonate with the earth! Look sharp!
That's it. I'll take you all on. Ha! Here I go. Ready and more.
Might with Dragon Blade!
Hurricane strike! Going in.
Dragon
If it's in the
Sword
sky,
Ray
hang
Alpha.
on. On guard. Arc
This
field.
one's mine.
Downfall.
Leave the charges to me.
And again. Here I go. Got it. Here I go. One more. I'm all stopped going in.
Lunarongo!
It's weakened.
Lunarongo! This ends now!
Let's go.
Elusive deity!
Take this.
Lunarongo!
Tiger blade. Hurricane annihilation. Look sharp. I'm all stopped up.
Lunarongo!
Resonate with the earth!
This one's mine.
On guard. Ground and pound.
Lunarongo!
On guard. Radiant. Oh, too shy to come over. Glacial spear. Fierce evil. Freeze lancer.
Rending you apart!
Radiant hurricane. I'm out. I'm all taken out.
This one's mine.
Rending you apart!
Hurricane fire blast. I'm sorry. One more.
Eternal devastation!
By the power of water.
This one's mine.
Eternal
This
devastation!
one's mine.
Radiant.
Do it.
Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Did that get rid of the barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check.
Discourteous, aren't you?
An outstanding attack.
Sword Rain Alpha!
One for their ranged attack.
Glacial spear. Fierce evil.
Shield and
Eternal devastation!
It's almost too strong.
Split it open.
Be my guest!
Glacial spear. Fierce evil. Too shy to come over. Freeze lancer.
We're not finished!
Take down. Glacial spear. Fierce evil.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Freeze lancer.
Do it.
Astral energy.
Say no more.
Into the shadow.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Do it.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize. Don't get careless.
Me the strength!
Don't kill me! Bring him down! Sword Rain Alpha! Dragon Sword!
Shield from calamity!
Freeze lancer.
Barrier!
Eternal devastation! Dragon Swarm! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Fire support!
Rending you a bloody
Dragon Swarm!
Mega Ray!
Dragon Swarm! Sword Lane Alpha! Support!
Vision! Resonate with the earth! Stalactite!
Glacial Spear!
Dragon Swarm! Doubly! In an instant! Impact Block!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Finally, some open space again. You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
An opponent like this should be easy. I see one, eh? Sword Lane Alpha! Look out! Take aim! Crush! A wall of shields and try harder! Sword Lane Alpha! Fire support! Engage!
Resonate with the earth!
Engage!
Leave the ensnaring to me. The enemy will
You'll soon see about that!
No hearts are being interrupted.
Sword Lane Alpha!
Resonate with the earth.
Do it!
Stop! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Radiant
Sword Lane Alpha!
This one's mine! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
If Almadria's not in her own room, just where the hell is she?
It's possible she may be on the bridge, but I would guess that she's waiting for us elsewhere on the ship.
Which means she's most likely chosen a place where she'll have the advantage in a fight.
Be careful, guys. I came from an entire family of Dahnan mages, and that woman murdered all of them. All on her own. I hate to say it, but she's an incredibly powerful astral artist.
We already know she specializes in controlling wind astral energy. But on top of that, she might try to sick that monster on us again, too.
Right. To that woman, life itself is just a toy for her to play with. Let's make sure we put an end to it. one last place to look. Straight ahead.
Almeidria.
There she is! Almeidria!
But all alone? Watch yourselves. She's probably planning something.
I was getting rather tired of waiting around. Oh my, and I see you came along as well, Danon Witch.
Almeidria.
What's this? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Go on, little one. Show me the full force of that hatred of yours. Otherwise, run and hide like a rat you are.
That's enough! How can you smile while causing pain to so many others?
That is the way of those who possess great power. The very way we Renans live by. Those with power set the example, and those without it are forced to obey. Though you two seem to have forgotten that's the way these things work.
And you really think that justifies your actions? You turned all those people into a hollowed sea!
What foolishness. It's only natural that the fate of a slave differ from that of its owner. Very well, I admit I did fan the flames just a tad back in Mies. But it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest if there hadn't been a spark to ignite. Without it, my actions would have been fruitless. Ultimately, it was their very own burning hatred that laid them to waste. To say it was all my fault is simply laying blame at the wrong feet.
No one's perfect. We all have darkness in our hearts. But the atrocities that you've committed, they're unthinkable! Your heart is nothing but darkness!
What a fool! To think time and time again you would challenge Renan authority without so much as an inkling of how things actually work. Such ignorance is why your kind has been enslaved for 300 years.
Almeidria.
Well, if it isn't Lord Dohalim.
These people are my allies and friends. I won't let you insult them so.
My, what a shock. I never would have expected you to claim mere slaves as your companions. If I didn't know any better, I would question your noble lineage. Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. A traitor such as yourself hardly deserves to be called a lord.
You are nothing compared to Dohalim.
Rinwell.
He would never stand by and laugh. His people hollowed!
Ha! What does it matter? You're descended from those who allowed the power and knowledge entrusted to them to wither away. Your pitiful family may have feared it, but I do not. That knowledge and power is all mine to command. And now, you will witness what that power's truly capable of! Nesmold! Enjoy your meal! Such sad eyes, child. Let me reunite you with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down if it's the very last thing I do!
That's right. Loathe me. Every step brings you closer to being me!
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you! This one's mine!
Now you see what I can do!
Confiscated!
Hurricane Strike! Black and Blade!
Eternal devastation!
Hurricane Strike! Mega Ray! I'm on something! I'm wrong!
Luna Rondo!
Flaming meteor! Try and run!
Mega Ray! By the power of water! Hear me! Flame of Garen! Burning Strike!
Try harder! Elusive
Shattering
Can't get out of this!
Ground and pound!
Not today!
Stay away!
Hurricane Strike! Ready! One more! Searing Flame! Not in your dreams! Reload!
Time's done!
Lunar Rondo!
Back into the fray!
Fool!
Going in!
Lunar Rondo!
Here! Tiger Blade! Hurricane Hero! Here's a healing barn up! First aid! Hurricane Strike! Searing Flame!
Anything in armor is all mine! I can carve through up! Be gone!
Eat them!
Look sharp! Soaring blood!
Lunar Rondo!
Back into the fray!
Can't get out of this!
Here goes!
Lunar Rondo! Try harder!
Look sharp!
Can you take it? Elusive
I owe you one for that!
Eternal devastation!
Soaring blood!
I owe you one.
Eagle Ray! On guard! One more! On guard! Right!
Hurricane Strike! Searing Flame! Reload!
Ready?
Reload!
Now you see what I can do!
Will this help?
Now you've gone and ticked me off!
This one's mine! What's in the sky is mine!
What's she doing now?
She's infusing her beast with more power.
Get ready!
Not today! You'll pay for that!
No further!
Freeze Laser!
Imbued its magic spell with life.
Resuscitation!
Not now, not ever!
I can carve through all!
This one's mine!
Lunar Rondo!
Radiant Clear!
Lunar Rondo!
Try and run!
You're not!
I never miss!
It's on! Eat dirt!
And again!
Take this!
Into the shadow! Hurricane
Lunar Rondo!
Tornado now you see what I can do!
Far enough!
Lunar Rondo!
Healing Hurricane Strike! Go in! Here goes! One more! Confiscated!
I owe you one! Lunar Rondo!
Right! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Hurricane Strike! There! Go in! Take lightning! Down! Hurricane Strike!
Eternal devastation!
That's it!
Eternal devastation!
Shattering pieces! Attack time! In a bind?
Lightning! Tiger Blade!
Not today!
Now I see what I can do! The tempest and go! Do it!
Doubling! In an instant! Impact block! Lunar Rondo! They're attacking separately!
Can't even hit on her!
Keep an eye on her, and take out the monster first. Nothing gets by
Where are
me.
you going?
She's no stranger to astral art.
I can take care of that.
Yeah! Take it away!
This one's mine.
How about this?
You will!
Lunar Rondo!
Anything in armor is all mine! I'll grind you into dust!
Not today!
This one's mine.
On your knees. Looks bad.
Wits about you, people.
In a bind?
Here goes!
The winds of judgment blow your way. Fall for impending calamity.
Chaotic disaster!
So that's the trick up her sleeve.
Your astral arms aren't so special. And now, they're mine!
Another incantation ruined.
I can't lose. I'll heal you all!
Anything normal is all mine! I can carve through armor!
Devastation!
This one's mine! If it's in the sky, it's mine! This one's mine!
This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight! Luna Rondo!
Benediction light. I'm grateful.
This one's mine! A new leaf!
Harder!
You're on!
Luna Rondo!
I'll take you all on! Flare Demolisher!
Benedict. No further!
I'll heal you all! Healing circle!
Ready and raring!
Searing flame! Revive!
I was overconfident.
Now you see what I can do!
On your knees.
Come now!
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with
This
love.
one's mine!
A new sunlight!
The power of
Healing circle!
There are three plummeting!
Over.
Right! Piercing roar!
Radiant peak! Conjugating!
Benediction light.
Resuscitation!
Alright!
Ready to go!
Not done yet!
Reload! I'm out! Here, let me help! First aid!
This one's mine! Not like this!
Stay away from my friend!
No further!
Shattering the pieces! Attack time! Bloody Now you see what I can do!
Luna Rondo!
Right!
On guard!
One more!
God!
First aid!
Our arts are being interrupted.
This one's all mine! Eat dirt!
I'll bring you back from death.
Luna Rondo!
Ready! Resuscitation! Not in your dream! I'll heal you all!
Try harder!
Thank you!
Hurricane Horde! Going in! One more!
You will suffer!
Shattering the pieces!
This one's mine! Annihilation!
I
Mega
can
Ray!
carve through armor!
Behold!
Annihilation! Mega Ray!
Her Master Core!
Not while I'm around, she isn't! Annihilation!
Going in!
Mega Ray!
Luna Rondo!
Ridwell!
I'll never forgive you!
What?
I'll take you down! You don't scare me! Radiant?
Go for it, Rinwell!
Hit her now!
Going in!
One more! Oh, suicide come over!
Seismic rupture! Anything in armor is all mine! Armor won't save me!
will
Take this!
By the power of love! Not in your dreams! I'll end you! Astral energy!
Say no more!
murdered my mother and father. But I'm not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Danon, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to.
It's not about what you think. Or being Danon or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
It's that swordsman again.
Oh, Lord Volron, what brings you here? No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
Volron. Years ago, the Lord of Ganath Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more.
Stop right there!
Think you can cut me down? What?
Wait, what just happened to him? Alvin! Say something! Let go of me! Let me go!
Xion!
Alvin!
Xion!
Alvin!
come and find me. If you truly are the Sovereign.
Okay, so we're not falling into the Bermuda Triangle. Okay. Test Red-tailed lab worker. Test subject 1273. The spirit channeling ceremony will begin shortly. Oh god, are we gonna be summoning Maya? Or Mia, I mean? We're trying to get Mia back! Until then, you are calm. You are to calm your mind and await further instructions. Okay.
After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again. Might as well walk the block once more for old time's sake.
Okay, we don't have a... We don't... Oh god, we can't even save. Oh god. Okay. Information terminal. Astral energy charging almost complete. Output stable standing by. Okay.
As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room. I just wanted to go back. To Dana. To my home.
Alphen.
Leori.
Alphen. Live for me.
Leori. No! Wait, please. Wait, What was that? That... How long ago was that?
I don't know.
That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone?
Oh, shit. I like running late. I didn't raise hand, I guess, but still.
I need to find them. Better start looking. Niori. Shion. Damn it.
Sword Rain Alpha! Eternal Devastation! Crush! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm! Try harder! Dragon Swarm! Try harder! Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm! Eternal Devastation!
It's too much!
Okay, well, I know why.
This should do it! This should do it! Sword Rain Alpha! Crush! Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm! This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha! We did it! Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm! Eternal Devastation! Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha! Dragon Swarm! Eternal Devastation! Dragon Swarm! Pissed You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm! Crush! Dragon Swarm! Crush! Eternal Devastation!
Jeez. We're all putting out the baby ass.
Ah!
Alvin?
Frinwell!
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Frinwell, where are we?
Ganeth Haros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
I think Hootle senses an owl around here. Speaking of Thistlelim, it's populated by Danins, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danin defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zeugles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah. And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right. You're saying we should check the owl forest?
Gotta break through!
Grant me the strength to march on! Lion
I owe you one! Sword Rain
Fall
Alpha!
into thine own depth!
A wall to shield from
Is it
calamity!
high? Just back it out again!
Another incantation ruined.
Dragon Swarm!
Wind astral energy!
Eternal Devastation!
Like a wind, they smite with dragon blade!
Dragon
Lightning
Swarm!
condemned! Thunder blade!
Execution!
Crush!
This one's all mine! Heal!
Eater!
Thunder field! Raging cascade!
Dragon Swarm!
Dance in the wind!
Eternal
Can't get out of
Devastation!
this!
Sleep now! I'll be saving this
Tempest!
one! Lightning condemned!
Light burst forth!
Radiant genesis!
I
Lightning
am not
orb!
beyond fury!
Arc sealed!
Dance on the wind!
Photon dance in the wind!
Bathe
Sealed!
blood, rending you a bloody howling!
More with that!
Behold! The earth pulse! Tectonic vision! Resonate with the earth!
Confiscate!
On your knees!
Dragon Swarm!
Air pressure!
Now!
Light burst forth!
Radiant genesis!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
sense one of your friends, Hootle?
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
Yeah, I pretty much knew that part.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegis.
What is he sitting on?
Go on.
I was abducted from Dana. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almeidria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the Crown Contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man. Snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Yes, sir.
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Dahnan, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Dahnan for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis, anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Dahnans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting. To strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But, if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Xion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Xion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Xion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Xion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going. Back to the inn, I guess.
Alphen! There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
Sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alvin, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Look sharp, people. If we do... Don't act fast, they're... Going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Remember, if the pain's too much...
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no Zoogle policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Air thrust! Tiger Blade! I'll be safe.
It's almost
You
too
make
strong.
me angry!
Split it open!
That was a
Be
bad
my guest.
idea.
Destroy devastation!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that.
Dragon Form!
Shiny supernova! Purge malevolence!
No further!
Waterfall!
Dragon Form! Eat dirt!
Raging cascade!
Negative 10!
Far enough!
Bloody armor won't save you!
Make it rain! Wind astral energy! Here goes! Field confiscated!
Elusive deity!
Raging
Sword Rain
cascade!
Alpha! Dragon Form! I'm ready!
Resonating in an instant! Impact Cross!
Dance in the wind! Air glacial fire! Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Execute!
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, Thistleum kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Fuck yeah.
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
That where final boss is, I'm assuming? I feel like we're getting closer. I feel like we'll be listening.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait, don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine. Let's get going. Thistlein was founded by Danans fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon. Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Shion?
Of course not. Shion's our friend. Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renan. But ever since getting to know Shion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara.
Okay.
Why?
Ugh. Damn it.
What?
Is that so?
Okay.
Great job.
I'll teach these small fry who's the apex predator of these waters. Just watch and see.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
I guess we're having fish for dinner tonight.
Calm down, Tsar. Okay, just a couple of symbols.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle? Hi, Hoodle!
Take this! Bet that shell title something tasty.
It's almost too strong.
Split it open! I'm ready!
Be like it. Look sharp.
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Scream bathed in blood.
Dragon War! Bloody Hollow! On your carve through all!
Seal!
Denied! Dragon Swarm! Make it rain!
Look sharp.
Lightning Tiger Blade!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle? saying we should check the Owl Forest? I think Hootle senses an owl around here.
It feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hootle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered could be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.
That's far enough! Look sharp!
Arch Field! Not in your dreams!
Dance on the wind!
That's better.
Sword Ring Alpha!
I'll take out the legs with my shield.
Eternal Devastation!
Anything in order
Wind
is all
Storm
mine!
Energy!
One more! Let me see what I can do!
Addiction Light! Dragon Swarm!
Wind Astral Energy!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! And we'll leave it to you!
Astral Energy!
An outstanding effect.
Addiction Light!
Wind Astral Energy! Raging Cascade!
No further!
Tiger Blade!
You picked the wrong fight!
Lightning Raging Cascade!
Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane
Eternal Devastation! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Onward and upward.
There's the Zoogle we were asked to handle.
Right, here goes!
Just what the doctor ordered!
This one's denied!
Here goes!
Try harder!
Anything in armor is all mine! Now you see what I can do!
I can feel you where you stand.
Down! You're on!
Lightning Descent!
They smite with black
Hurricane
Swarm!
Strike!
Eternal Devastation!
Going in! Hurricane Strike!
You picked the wrong fight!
Shining Supernova!
Try harder!
Arctic
Dragon
Waterfall!
Swarm!
Freeze Lancer! Dance in the
I'm
wind!
ready! Too fast! In an instant! Impact Block!
Hurricane Malevolence! Arctic
Dragon
Waterfall!
Swarm!
Freeze Lancer! Dance in the wind! Air Thrust!
One more! Tiger
Dragon Swarm!
I'm ready!
Going in!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
We managed to pull through. Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
Not that I don't agree, but maybe now's not the best time for Elda Menancia Pride.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Take this!
On guard! If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay?
Heal! Our arcs are being interrupted.
Dragon Form!
Can you take it?
I'll stop its charge! Thanks, Kisara!
Dragon Form!
Fire's the captain! Courses in flame!
Swordline out! Try harder!
Execution!
Their arcs were interrupted! Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Benediction
Light astral energy!
Going in!
Here goes!
Dragon Swarm!
Going in!
You picked the wrong fight!
Not on my watch!
Dragon Swarm!
Look sharp! Take this! Benediction
Dragon Swarm!
Going in!
One more! Now you see what I can do! No further! I'm ready!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
Out of my way! Denied!
Elusive deity!
Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm! This one's all mine!
Thank you!
You picked the wrong fight!
Too much to handle?
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Hurricane strike! On guard! Hurricane strike! In here! Going in! I'll be saving this one! The water hurricane strike! Tidal wave!
Dragon Swarm!
Take this! That's on the way! I can carve through armor!
In here! I'll be saving
Lunar
our
Rondo!
shield!
Rising Falcon!
Confiscate! Hurricane strike! Sweet dreams! Raging cascade!
Look sharp!
Lunar Rondo! This one's all mine! Eat dirt!
Magic is
I'm ready!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Everyone hanging in there?
Right, here goes!
Hurricane strike!
Going in! It's time! In a bind!
Dragon Swarm!
Benediction light!
Denied!
Eternal Devastation!
Heal!
Crush! Dragon Swarm! Lunar Rondo! Dragon Swarm!
Anything in order is all yours!
Lunar Rondo! Lunar Rondo!
Crumble!
You're on!
Hurricane strike!
I'm ready!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Heal!
I can carve through armor!
Look sharp!
Try harder!
One more! Being interrupted!
Eternal Devastation! Eternal
I'm ready!
Devastation!
Darling!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Raging Cascade! Hurricane Field!
Eat dirt!
I'll be saving this one!
I'm ready!
Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
I can feel my power growing! choice.
Raging Cascade!
Dragon Swarm!
Thundercraft!
Prepare to be
Hurricane Strike! Air Thrust!
This one's denied!
Astral Energy! Hurricane Maleficent! Magic Kazam! Freeze
Dragon
Blaster!
Swarm!
Lightning Meteor!
Now you see what I can do! Begin!
Raging Swarm!
Sword Rain out!
Big Waterfall!
Elusive Deity!
Feel
Soaring Blast!
I'll be safe!
Not today!
Benediction light. I've used too much.
Elusive Deity!
Tornado Drive!
Frozen!
Hammer!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Wind! Astral Energy!
Are you ready? Dominate! In an instant! Impact Frost!
Together, there is nothing that can stop us.
Indeed. As one, we are unrivaled.
And that is our greatest strength.
What's this thing? Is that the Zoogle we're looking for?
Retreat if you know what's good for you! In a bind?
Far enough!
Time to disrupt! The Tempest engulfs you! Save you!
Look out! Now!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
You picked the wrong price!
I'll blind you with a shot!
Now!
Drive off! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
I feel sprightlier than before.
In just a minute, we're gonna find this owl. And then I think once we find the owl, we'll go back and then we'll sing. That'll be the stream tonight. Down here,
No choice!
This one's mine!
Begin!
Gale Force!
This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Air Pressure!
Raging Cascade!
This one's mine!
Seal!
Lunarongo!
More for the stockpile!
Hurricane Strike!
More for the Dance in the wind! Wait now!
Shield and face!
Can't get out of this! Take this!
Look sharp!
I can carve through armor!
Hurricane
Dragon
Strike!
Swarm!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Hit! More where that came from!
Lunarongo!
I look sweet
Rising
now!
Falcon!
More for the stockpile!
I'm gone!
In here!
Hurricane
More for the
Strike!
stockpile!
This one's
More
mine!
seal!
Denied!
Rending you apart!
Not on my watch!
Bloody
Break! Make it break!
In an instant! Impact Frost!
My concentration is dwindling. Perhaps I'm tired.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch? Maybe I'll get some training in before we eat.
Great, well done.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
You're still awake?
I've always been something of a night owl. Ever since back when I was someone's property. Turning in for the night only made the next day come quicker. I wasn't in any great rush.
Sorry.
What about yourself? Care to share something from before I knew you? You were part of a mage clan, right? Must have been handy being able to rely on magic for everything.
Hardly. In fact, not at all. Magic's not so special when you're not allowed to use it. Always scared of who might be watching?
Right. Sorry about that. I guess I've read too many fairy tales.
We were still made to study it every day. It doesn't make any sense if you think about it, studying the very thing you're being persecuted for. But that's what we did, just like our parents and their parents before them. Honestly, I don't even know how far back it goes.
If memory serves, mages have been the stuff of legend for ages. Even as far back as 3 centuries ago, they were myths. Your people were persecuted even before the Renans got here.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the less it makes sense though. I mean, it was Astral Arts that let the Renans dominate Dana, right? Why didn't mages end up being the rulers of Dana then?
Maybe they tried, but they just didn't have the numbers. Or maybe domination just wasn't something they were interested in. Have you ever considered it might have been something like that?
I guess I haven't.
I wonder why magic alone attracted the attention it did. Swords can be just as lethal in the right hands. Why not ban them?
My best guess? Swordsmanship can be learned by anyone. Magic's more of an exclusive club.
So, you either have the gift or you don't. When something's not easily obtainable, it's hard to comprehend. People are scared of what they don't understand. And fear leads to persecution. So the problem's not magic. It could just as easily have been anything.
Yeah.
You are now closer to Rickwell.
Night, everyone.
Night. You're not seeing it yet.
Another day, another Gald.
An opponent like this should be easy. Lunar Rondo! Raising you up! Bloody hell! Resonate with the earth!
Take this! Arcade
Eternal devastation!
More
Take Now you see what I can do!
Here goes!
Negative gate!
Dragon
Sword! Eternal devastation! Crush!
Air thrust!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Thunderblade!
Great! Next! Take this!
can't get out of this!
Astral Energy! Lightning condemned!
You picked the wrong fight!
Thunder Blade!
Eagle Blade! Sword Rain up!
This one's
Time to let it rip! Heal!
Thunder Field!
Dragon
Arc
Swarm!
Field! Not on my watch!
Sword Rain Alpha!
to me.
I'll face you!
Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha!
I'm ready!
Look sharp!
Lightning Thunder Blade!
Lightning condemned!
Everlasting darkness!
Dragon Swarm!
Anything in armor is all mine! Now you see what I can do! Bloody
Dance to the wind! Air thrust!
Look sharp!
Dragon Swarm!
I'm
Sword
ready!
Rain Alpha!
Don't leave! Hey! Blow them away!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Ho, 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 ho. Ho, ho, ho.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shion? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me. I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you a million times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shion's okay.
I get why you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, you two.
No problem. We'll save Shion. I know we will.
Make sure to get some good rest.
What I'm hoping to do is... Oh! Hello! Story time! How you doing, Ori?
Alone. I'm all alone.
We turned into a game.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shion waiting.
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on, are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false! Thunderblade!
What are you you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh, it's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cyslodea?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... you know me. I'm freaking stupid.
But it sure doesn't sound to me like you've forgotten.
Oh, yeah. But still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms? You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
Rinwell.
Most of the ones I've played, anyway.
That's what we're going to climb?
The villagers managed it on their escape from the city. We're going in the opposite direction, but where there's a will...
There's always a way, right? And it looks like we're out of options. Let's grit our teeth and go. Is it just me, or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than she used to?
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me together back on the beach, I could hardly believe my eyes.
It's not like we had a choice or anything. Law and Kisara had to hang back to convince the villagers we meant them no harm. More than that, though. There are a lot of things I've still got to come to terms with regarding Almeidrea. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments based on someone's origin. At least, I'm trying to be. I guess you could say it's a work in progress.
I see. You hear that, Law? Sounds like all that hard effort wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's got to be reassuring to hear. Right, Dohalim?
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of talking, though? Not so much a fan of that.
I think that's more of a personality thing than a Renin trait.
Really? In that case, I won't have to feel guilty getting annoyed by it.
You want me? Come get
You
me!
picked the wrong fight!
Dragon Swarm!
It's a duel of the arts!
Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane Strike! Look sharp!
Sword Rain Alpha!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Freeze Lancer! Dance in the wind!
Elusive Deity! Rotating Pile Driver!
Sword Rain Alpha!
On your knees!
Here goes!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Rending you a bloody howling!
Dance in the wind! Confiscate!
Pistol!
Another incantation
Now.
ruined.
You picked the wrong fight!
Now you've gone and ticked me off!
In here! Going in! Get on in there with the others!
Dragon Swarm!
Begin!
Feel!
This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha!
On guard!
Dragon Swarm!
Look sharp! Rending you a bloody howling!
Luna Longo!
Make it rain!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
Together, there is nothing that can stop us.
Indeed. As one, we are unrivaled.
And that is our greatest strength.
Crap. This injury hurts more than I thought. Shiana, sorry, but could you... Oh. Right.
In a bind? Armor won't save you! One more! Dragon Swarm! One more!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Flaming Meteor! Resonate with the earth! Ready to go!
Dragon
Astral
Swarm!
energy! Dance in the wind!
Sword Rain Alpha! Eternal Devastation! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Eat dirt!
Negative gate!
No further!
Up and at 'em! Let's go!
Your arts are really incredible.
It's thanks to you I can use them.
And I promise I'll always be here.
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
I think I'm getting stronger.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Armor won't save you! Going in! Don't worry, I've got plenty to go around. Rotating pile driver! Their arcs were interrupted! Now it's my turn!
Leave the enemy's arc to me.
No complaint here!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And the
In
bubble
here.
is coming in!
Dragon Swarm!
Igneous discard! Hurricane Elusive Deity! Look shining pile driver!
You picked the wrong fight! Try harder! Dragon Swarm!
Freeze Lancer! Dance in the wind!
Far enough!
Sleep now. I'll be
Guess I had to
bleeding.
use my own kind of pressure. Hurricane Strike!
Take this.
Impressive goal.
Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. So they say. People say that.
Don't mind if I do. Lightning orb!
Going in! Take this!
Raging cascade!
Impact block!
We work well together.
Like a finely timed walk.
Go, Helene!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Crushing Attack! Thunderblade!
Elusive deity! Eagle ray! Crush!
Lightning
Sword rain
Attack!
alpha! Naked ray! We can really make weapons with this?
Maybe show Kisara a little kindness, huh?
She is strong. She can handle it.
You can be really gentle, Helene.
Eat dirt! Dragon form! Take this! Come and face me! That's almost too strong! Let it open!
Be my guest.
Sword rain alpha! Trending you up with dragon form! Eternal devastation!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that.
Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
The waters of blah, blah, blah.
Ready and ready!
Field.
I'll smash you!
Get on in there with the others.
Hurricane dragon form! Bloody howling! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
Could have been worse.
Gotta break through! Eat dirt! Dragon form!
Now you see what I can do! On the wind!
Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal.
Get behind me!
Eternal devastation! Dragon form!
I've got it.
Bloody howling! Take this!
Now.
Ready to go! Eternal devastation! Negative gate! On your guard!
Rongo!
Here goes!
Dance in the wind.
Sword rain alpha!
In here.
On guard! One more!
Eternal devastation!
This one
Ready
is
and
ours!
ready!
Tiger Blade!
Air thrust.
Execute!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Hey, what do you say we fight that shining enemy?
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
You picked the wrong fight!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance. I can carve through armor.
Hurricane in here.
This one is mine!
Maybe this way.
Hitting
Air thrust. Now something effective. wind! In here!
Dragon Swarm!
More for
Sword
the
Rain Alpha!
Now!
Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around.
Certainly not.
Let's go!
You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm!
Dance on the wind!
Eternal Devastation! Lunar Rondo! Mirage! Sword Rain Alpha!
Freeze Lancer! Dance in the wind! Feel! You have such an incredible technique.
Brute force is nothing without elegance of form.
I don't know if I'd say nothing.
You picked the wrong fight!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Mirage! Crush! I have no limits! Sword Rain Alpha!
Now!
Rising Wyvern!
Elusive Deity! Eagle Ray! It's time!
Light Lantern!
In a bind?
Be still! Rising Falcon!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! Elusive Deity!
Rising Wyvern!
Eagle Ray!
Terror!
Freeze Lancer!
Rising Falcon!
Hurricane Strike! Air
Sword Rain Alpha!
Astral Energy!
Anything in order is all mine!
Dance in the wind!
Tiger Blade!
Air Thrust!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Negative Jake!
I'm in good form. I'll crush any enemy with my mace.
Awesome! We've got an avatar of destruction here!
Truly, she leaves naught but rubble in her wake.
Are you guys asking to be your next target?
Step back! This one's all law!
I've never stood so close to a waterfall like this before.
I bet it'd feel real refreshing to take a shower underneath this water.
You're welcome to try, but that water pressure would likely crush you to a pulp.
Hold on to your arms. Here I come.
Far enough!
Don't mind if I do.
This one's all mine!
Hurricane!
You picked the wrong fight!
More where that
Look
came
sharp!
from.
Take this!
Dragon Swarm!
We fly.
Begin! Down on the wind!
There with the others. Photon
Dragon
All back into effect!
Glad you have your use.
Make it rain! I'll show
These
you!
are frozen.
Hammer!
Nicely done.
All thanks to you. Now you've gone and ticked me off.
I owe you one back! Ready and raring! Alright, let me out of this everlasting dark! Negative gate!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare Demolitor!
Lightning orb. All right.
Bloody
Not in your dreams.
Tiger Blade! Hurricane Strike! Make it rain!
Dohalim.
Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis. You don't mess around.
This one's mine!
More where that came from.
Igneous Discharge!
What is it, Hootle? You want to go back?
Animal intuition, perhaps?
I can do!
Leave the charges to me!
Lightning Hurricane
This one's all mine!
Thunderblade!
Dragon Swarm! Eat that! It's showtime! Dragon Swarm! I can carve through armor! You're mine!
Tiger Blade!
Hurricane Fire!
Sword Lane Alpha!
Glacial Water Defeat! Hurricane Fire!
This one's
And more of this and I'll burn out!
Confiscated! Here's the blazing activate!
You are dependable as ever.
I'm counting on you just as much.
I'll endeavor not to let you down.
Magic is Hurricane Strike! Make it rain!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
How much longer will our healing arts last?
Hi, Hoodle!
Worth a shot!
Ready to go!
Dance in the wind! Hurricane Steel!
You picked the wrong fight!
This'll come in handy.
In a bind?
Switch to offense!
Sword Lane Alpha!
Demons Descent!
Flashing Fang! On your knees!
Thunder Field!
This one's mine!
Mirage! Resonate with the Sword Lane Alpha! Crush!
Now! Frozen!
Hammer!
Nicely done!
All thanks to you!
Mirage! Sword Lane Alpha! Resonate with the earth!
Stalagmite!
Crush!
Tiger Blade!
Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane Strike!
Dance in the
It's
wind!
time to finish it!
That's it!
Photon Blast!
Sword Lane Alpha!
Make it rain! Dohalim!
Light Burst 4!
Radiant Citizen!
Trapped in darkness, pierced by light.
I call it the Rindo Special.
In the water's edge, I see but
I'll take you all up ready and raring!
Not on my watch!
I'll smash you! Anything in armor is all mine! You picked the wrong fight! I'll smash you! Dragon Swarm! Sword Lane Alpha!
I'll be saving this one!
No further! Dragon Swarm! Sword Lane Alpha!
Frozen!
Hammer!
Nicely done!
Oh, I don't have much left! Down! Go! Shield and fake!
Can you take it? Dance on the wind!
So now!
Demons Descent! Flashing Fang! One more! Blackened Blade!
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over!
Who said anything about letting off?
Resonate with the earth!
Stalagmite!
Take this!
another incantation ruined.
Look sharp!
Sword Lane Alpha!
Sleep! Far enough!
Eat dirt! I'm ready!
Lost!
Demons Descend! Flashing Fang! I've still got a ways to go.
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen. How much farther?
I don't think we're even halfway there yet. Hang in there.
Not even halfway? Are you serious?
That's no reason to give up now.
Yeah, just gotta buckle down.
That's the spirit.
Hi, Hoodle!
You
got company!
can't get out of this!
Dance in the wind! Here goes! Feel!
Resonate with the Alpha! Stalagmite! No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Coming through! Not in your dreams! Magic is there! Hurricane Flood! In here!
Dragon Swarm!
More for the stop! This one's mine! Now!
Anything in armor is... Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around!
Certainly not.
I can do this all day! Going in!
You picked the wrong fight!
One more! Leave the court! Being interrupted. I don't have much left.
Here I go!
Going in! Take this! Pile.
Mirage!
Magic is there!
The armor won't save you!
Going in! Monstrous ready!
Catapult! Lunar!
Now!
Demons descend! Flashing Fang! Resonate with the earth!
Hurricane Strike!
On guard!
Going in!
Take this!
Tunnel! I'm on a roll!
In a bind!
Dragon
Oh,
Swarm!
two-sided I'm ready!
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
What is this place?
Careful. We've got company.
Doesn't look like we're getting past without a fight.
Watch your feet. Fall from here and it's curtains.
We're just trying to get past. Get out of our way.
Save your breath while that thing seizes a talking meal.
Then let's show it how wrong it is. Is it trying to stop us?
Lightning orb!
I'll smash you!
Get over the wind! Air thrust!
Mike was blocking the road!
Raging cascade!
Far enough!
Eat dirt!
Spread! Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
On your
Hard below! On stage!
Resonate with the earth!
Confiscated!
Stalagmite!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! One more time!
Resonate with the earth!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Hurricane foot!
Take this!
Look sharp!
Raging cascade!
Going in!
Giving you a bloody howling!
Hurricane strike! Waterfall!
Look sharp!
I'll smash you! That's it!
Happy saving this one! Air thrust! Now for something special! Its wings are lighting up!
It's getting ready to attack!
Their arcs were interrupted.
Such tremendous power.
Don't face it head on. Denied!
Benediction.
You picked the wrong fight!
Arctic waterfall! In here!
Look sharp! One more!
Get you all tucked away!
Hurricane strike!
Elusive
Lightning
shield!
orb!
Rondo!
Art expert coming through! Not in your dreams! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Sorry!
Anything in order is all mine!
Use its weak point to take it down.
All together, everyone!
Can't get out of this!
Tiger Blade!
Beyond!
won't save
Imbue
you!
its vanquished soul
Look
with
sharp!
life!
Take this!
Resuscitation!
I still got some fight left in me!
Hurricane strike! This one's mine!
This one's mine! My natural energy!
Eat dirt!
Raging cascade! Spread!
Lunarondo!
Lightning condemned!
Nothing gets by me!
Beckons into everlasting darkness!
Down! You're off!
Let's get you all tucked away!
Denied!
He who prepares.
It's go time!
Benediction right.
Heal!
Okay,
Armor won't save you!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
try harder!
Now or never.
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Try harder!
Sorry!
I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with life!
It's changing tactics!
Have an ace up its sleeve.
Hurricane strike! That's gonna smart.
So now you're getting serious?
Was all mine!
Bow tie!
You picked the wrong fight!
Look sharp!
Can you take it?
This one's mine!
Raging
Dance on the
cascade!
wind!
Hurricane, there you go! Don't let up!
Look sharp!
Hurricane strike!
Ready and ready!
It's here!
Armor won't save you!
Hurricane strike!
Try harder!
Blah, blah, blah. Not on my watch!
Far enough!
Lightning orb!
Green bathed in blood.
Rending bloody howling!
Raging cascade! In here! Get on in there with the others!
I owe you one for
Air
that!
thrust! Hurricane strike!
No further.
Whoa! Hey!
Look sharp! Take this! You made me angry! That was a bad idea!
Freeze Lancer! Go in! Just in slow! I got it!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa! Crescent Moon!
Benediction light.
Lunarondo!
Raging storm!
Don't suffer in silence.
It's on! Lunarondo!
Look sharp!
The best medicine is
One more!
You picked the wrong fight!
Hurricane strike!
Gate's wide open!
It won't escape me!
Negative gate! One more!
On your knees!
Hurricane
The
strike!
enemy's open!
This one's mine! The enemy's reeling!
Complacency is the root of terror.
Point taken. Stay sharp, everyone. Denied!
Eagle Ray!
It's here! Let's keep up the pressure!
No further!
Purge malevolence! Arctic waterfall! In here!
Everlasting darkness! Benediction light.
Photon blast!
I've used too much.
It's showtime!
I'll smash you!
Dance in the wind!
Luna
Dance
Rondo!
in the wind!
Heal!
What would I do without you?
This one's mine!
You picked the wrong fight!
Hurricane strike!
Try harder!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Resonate with the earth!
Raging
Stalagmite!
cascade!
On your knees!
Down!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Nowhere near as hard as the Omega fight.
With fauna like that, I'm impressed so many people from Thistleum made it through here alive.
Who's to say there weren't a whole lot more of them who didn't?
Well, at any rate, it should be a safer climb now that we've cleared the way a bit, right?
No. So long as people feel the need to face terrain this perilous, I'd say true safety's some way off.
You mean defeating Volron and putting an end to the crown contest, right? I guess that would be the best solution here, huh?
We've wasted enough time here already. Let's get going. Xion needs us.
How are we still not there yet? It feels like we've been climbing this mountain forever.
It helps if you try not to look up or down. All you need is silent determination. Talking too much will only waste energy and burn you out.
I'm too tired to look up or down, even if I wanted to.
Take care you don't fall, at least. Unless you want to make a Zoogel's day, that is.
Zoogles? Why would they care if I fell or not?
How would you feel if a 3-course meal fell right out of the sky at your feet?
Zoogle Chow.
Law? Best not to listen to him if you can help it. You'll only be encouraging him if you do.
Tell me that before I listen next time.
Still, Dohalim has a point. One wrong step and it's curtains.
Wouldn't it be great if we could all fly like Hootle? I bet even the refugees who didn't make it would have made it to Thistleum that way.
Until we magically sprout wings, let's just watch where we're stepping instead, okay? Come on. Xion's waiting for us.
Hi, Hootle! Not in your dreams! It's Photon blast!
Armor won't save you!
Whoa!
Dragon Swarm! Turbine Alpha!
Dance
Take
in the
this!
wind!
Make it rain!
Kitara frozen!
Hammer!
Nicely done!
All thanks to you.
Hold on to your arch. Here I come!
An astral point?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Can you take it?
Sword Rain Alpha!
In here, I can't hold on much longer!
Let me out!
Magic
Eat
is
dirt!
Let me out!
in here! Make it rain! Dohalim!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Hurricane strike! This one's again!
Illusion Swarm! Banana, let's go!
Rotating pile driver!
Now! Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang! That extra training paid off.
We did it. We've reached the top of the mountain.
About damn time. My knees are singing symphonies over here.
Look, there it is.
That's it. That's Pelegion, the seat of Volron's power.
So that's where Shion's being held?
Most likely.
Most likely.
That is what I said, yes.
Pelegion's still our best lead. So that's where we go, right?
Any advice before we head in there?
No.
No?
In the ancient tongue, Ganeth Heros means Fortress of Naught, though I fail to see what insight that nugget of trivia holds.
I guess I just thought you might have something we could use.
Since Volron became Lord, the only thing this realm has been known for is its shroud of secrecy. It is Volron's stronghold. All else is incidental. Just keep in mind that you can't be too careful inside.
Speaking of which, just how are all of us planning to get inside exactly?
It's not like there are any secret passages.
We've come this far. If there's no other way in, I guess we'll just have to use the front gate. Volron told us to come find him, which means he's expecting us. Let's do this the old-fashioned way.
Land of Water or no, this place has a most curious atmosphere.
I'd be taking a dip in it if the circumstances were better.
Sorry, but we have to push through for now. Shion is waiting.
Yeah, I hear ya. A soak can wait.
I sure hope nothing bad's happened to Shion.
Keep those thoughts to yourself, Rinwell. Everyone's anxious enough as it is.
Sorry. It's just... I can't seem to stop thinking about it. What do you think it is that Volron wanted with her anyway?
Going by what he said back on Almeidria's ship, it would appear his primary target is Alphen. Though, it's likely he hasn't forgotten the blow he sustained at Shion's hand either. That might even be what ignited his interest.
Yeah, did you see the way he reacted? It was like he was enjoying every moment. Even his pain at Shion's thorns. Oh, that guy's just creepy.
Let's just hope he's keeping his perverted tendencies in check.
What? Law? Don't say things like that!
It's not like we weren't all thinking it.
That's still no reason to...
All right, you two. Now that's enough already. Alphen shouldn't have to grit his teeth while he listens to you.
Oh.
Sorry.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Okay.
Okay. Yes!
What?
Really? Dohalim. Dohalim, I'm going to look into some seasonal fishing spots.
By all means.
Leave the preparations to me as well. I'll bring the rods. Would you prefer your fish served grilled or raw?
I'll, trust your judgment, Kisara.
Always eat grilled, it's better for your heart, guys. Never do fries, maybe. Guys, I'll go ahead and do it.
something.
You guys want to rest here?
Yes.
I swear I've seen that castle somewhere before. Right. I remember seeing it from the cliffs in Calaglia, across the sea.
You mean Volron's castle?
Yeah, that must have been it.
Geographically, it would make sense. It's most certainly large enough to be seen from afar.
Back then, I had Shion and Zephyr with me.
Well, we haven't lost Shion. We can still get her back, you know.
That's right. I won't let Volron take her away from us.
Looks perfect and tastes just as good.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? I wanted to ask you something.
I'm all ears.
How much contact did you have with the other lords back in the day?
I only saw or exchanged words with them on a handful of occasions. Not that I was particularly keen on even that much.
Almeidrea made it sound like the two of you had some kind of history together.
She was like that with all of the lords, not just me. She was always interested in who she could use, who had value for her own ends. Having said that, she wasn't quite so brazen back when we were still in Lenegis. In a sense, she may have been a victim of the crown contest as well.
Almeidrea? A victim?
To a Renan, there is no greater honor in life than being chosen to serve as a lord, let alone to go on and become the next sovereign. We are taught that from the day we leave the womb. There are few Renans who wouldn't be ecstatic at the prospect of ascending to lordship.
You were like that though, right? You've always struck me as a more grounded guy.
No sane Renan would ever dare admit that their interests lie in anything but power and prestige, even if they feel so in their heart of hearts.
The more you talk about it, the more it seems like the crown contest is nothing but misery for Renans, too.
Which is why I seek to end it. Not that I imagine Danin such as Rinwell are all that interested in hearing tales of woe such as mine. We'd best get ready for tomorrow. Once we finish eating, we should get going.